Okay, so you know how job hunting can be, right? Like, it's easy to feel lost in a sea of job boards and applications.
Yeah, it's a common feeling.
But what if there was a way to make the process, well, less painful and maybe even, dare I say, enjoyable?
Hmm. Tell me more.
Well, that's what we're digging into today. It's called RoleCatcher,
Yeah.
and from what I'm seeing, it could be a game changer.
RoleCatcher, huh? I've heard whispers about this one. It's got a buzz, that's for sure.
It's using AI, which is kind of wild when you think about it, but it claims to be the secret weapon for job seekers these days.
AI, huh? Okay, I'm definitely intrigued. What's the deal with that?
Well, it's interesting because it actually addresses a problem a lot of people don't even realize they have.
Okay, go on.
So, you know how a lot of companies now use AI to screen resumes?
Yeah, I heard that.
Well, your application might be getting filtered out before a human even sees it if you haven't used the right keywords, you know what I mean? Like your resume is going straight to the maybe pile before it even gets a chance.
Oof, yeah, that's rough. No one wants that.
Yeah.
Okay, so how's RoleCatcher helping?
Well, they've got this feature, I think it's called RoleCatcher.capture. It's actually a browser plugin, and it lets you save jobs from all these different websites.
Okay, wait, so any job site?
Yeah, exactly. Like LinkedIn, Indeed, company websites, you name it, you can just save them directly to your RoleCatcher account.
So it's like a much more organized job board. Like instead of having 50 tabs open.
Yeah, exactly. No more losing track of jobs or scribbling notes that you can't read later.
I like it already.
But that's just the tip of the iceberg. The really interesting part is how RoleCatcher uses AI to analyze those job descriptions.
Okay, so it's not just a glorified job board. There's more to it.
Way more. So instead of struggling to decipher vague requirements like strong communication skills or proven ability to multitask.
Which, honestly, who even knows what those mean half the time?
Right. But RoleCatcher breaks it down for you.
Breaks it down how?
It identifies the specific hard skills, soft skills, and even knowledge areas that the employer is looking for, and it actually defines them for you.
So no more guessing games.
Exactly. You know exactly what they're looking for.
Okay, now we're talking. This is where the AI magic really comes in.
Oh, absolutely. We're just getting started. So once RoleCatcher analyzes a job description, it then scores your existing resume against those requirements.
Wait, it grades your resume. Tell me more.
It's like having your own personal resume editor. The AI compares the skills and keywords on your resume with those identified in the job description, and it gives you a score.
So you can see how well your resume actually matches up to what they're looking for.
Exactly. So if your resume is missing a key skill or experience the employer wants, RoleCatcher will let you know.
That is seriously cool. No more second guessing yourself.
I know, it takes all the guesswork out of tailoring your resume.
It's like having a secret weapon.
Right. And it gets even better.
Okay, you've got to be kidding. It can't get any better than this.
It can. You know those online application forms that make you basically rewrite your entire work history a million times?
Oh, don't even get me started. Those are the worst.
I know. But RoleCatcher can actually help with those too. The AI analyzes the questions and uses the information from your resume and profile to recommend the best answers.
So you're telling me it can help me conquer those soul-sucking application forms?
Exactly. It's like having a personal assistant who's an expert at navigating those things.
Okay, you've officially blown my mind. But let's talk about the elephant in the room here. What about the interview?
Yeah, that's often the most nerve-wracking part for sure. But don't worry, RoleCatcher has you covered there too. They have this thing called AI-enhanced interview prep.
AI-enhanced interview prep.
Ugh.
Okay, now I have to know more. What is that?
It's basically like having a personal interview coach on demand.
Okay, I need details.
Well, for starters, they have this huge database of practice interview questions, over 120,000 of them.
120,000? Are they serious?
Yeah, it's massive. And they cover all sorts of careers and skills.
But how does the AI actually help? It's not like I can just read a list of 120,000 questions and be good to go.
Oh, it's way more than just a list. RoleCatcher's AI actually analyzes your answers and gives you personalized feedback on everything from your delivery to the content itself.
Wait, so you can practice answering interview questions and the AI tells you how you're doing?
Yep. It's like having a virtual interview coach available 24/7 to give you pointers and help you improve.
All right, this is impressive. But before we go any further, let's go back to those career guides you mentioned. I'm really curious about that.
Oh, yeah. They're super cool. They have thousands of these guides, and they cover a huge range of professions. And the cool thing is they're not just for people who are just starting out. They're helpful at any stage of your career.
So whether you're just beginning, thinking about a career change, or wanting to climb the ladder in your current field, they've got something for you.
Exactly. They've really thought of everything.
Well, you mentioned they have a guide for broadcast news editors, right?
They do. I thought that one might be interesting to you. Should we take a look?
Let's do it. I'm hooked. So, this broadcast news editor guide, right? It starts with a really solid overview of the role. Like it tells you about the daily tasks, the typical work environment, the core skills you need, that kind of thing.
So for someone like me who maybe has a vague idea of what a broadcast news editor does, but doesn't really know the ins and outs, that's
Mhm.
helpful, right?
Exactly. It helps you figure out if this is even something you'd actually be interested in doing.
Right, right. Makes sense.
But then it gets even better. The guide goes on to map out potential career paths within broadcast news. So you can see how you might start out, say, as a news assistant,
Okay.
and then gradually work your way up to, like, senior news editor. Each step of the way, they outline the typical responsibilities and the skills you'd need to succeed. It's pretty cool.
So it's like having a roadmap for your career. That's really neat. It's one thing to know what the job is, but to see where that job could potentially lead you, that's got to be valuable for people.
Totally. And to make it even more real, they include these little profiles of people at different stages of their broadcast news careers, like
Okay.
hypothetical people, but still. You can read about their experiences,
Mhm.
like what their typical day looks like, what skills they've developed, where they want to go next. It's a nice touch.
So that's a brilliant idea. It just makes it so much more relatable than just reading a dry job description. Like seeing a real person, even a hypothetical one, living that career path just makes it feel more tangible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Makes it more real. Okay, but let's not get sidetracked. We were talking about all the other features RoleCatcher offers. Remember RoleCatcher.capture, the browser extension that lets you save job postings from, like, anywhere.
Oh, yeah, the one that saves you from the endless browser tabs, right? That was one of the first things I was impressed with.
Right. So it's not just about saving the jobs, it's about, like, organizing them. RoleCatcher uses a Kanban-style board, so you can visualize everything, prioritize stuff.
Okay, I've seen those. They look kind of cool.
They're great for this. You can categorize jobs by their status, add notes, set deadlines for applying, track your progress, all in one place.
So it's like a command center for your job search. No more spreadsheets, sticky notes, frantic email searches. That's awesome.
Exactly. Keeps you organized, which is
Right.
crucial when you're juggling applications and deadlines.
Speaking of applications, we were talking about how RoleCatcher analyzes job descriptions to help you tailor your resume. But what about cover letters? Those can be a whole other beast.
Right, and that's where their premium subscription option comes in. RoleCatcher, Copilot AI.
Copilot AI. Now that sounds interesting.
It's pretty cool, actually.
So how does this Copilot AI actually work? Like with cover letters specifically? Copilot AI. Now that sounds interesting.
It's pretty cool, actually.
So how does this Copilot AI actually work? Like with cover letters specifically?
So you know how RoleCatcher analyzes job descriptions
All right.
and picks out those important keywords?
Yeah.
Well, Copilot AI takes that information and then suggests changes to your cover letter. So it's like hitting all the right notes for that specific job and company,
So it's like having a cover letter writer and editor all in one?
pretty much. And it can even help if you're starting from scratch. Like Copilot AI can help you structure the whole letter, suggest good introductions, highlight the right skills and experiences, that sort of thing.
Wow, that would save so much time and stress.
Right.
Okay, but let's talk about the elephant in the room, the interview. We touched upon their database of practice questions and the AI analysis, but does this Copilot AI offer anything extra for interview prep?
Oh, yeah, definitely. So it's not just like general feedback on your answers. It's way more specific than that.
Okay, give me an example.
Okay, so say you're practicing for a marketing manager interview, right? And you get hit with a question about like leading a team through a tough product launch.
Ooh, yeah, that's a tough one. I'd probably freeze up.
That's where Copilot AI comes in. It analyzes the question, looks at your resume and profile, and then suggests talking points, pulls out relevant examples from your experience, even reminds you to mention those soft skills that employers love.
It's like having a little AI coach whispering in your ear during the interview.
Exactly. It helps you tell your story in a way that's compelling and memorable, you know, and helps you deliver it with confidence too.
That's incredible. This Copilot AI sounds amazing, but it's probably super expensive, right?
You'd be surprised. It's actually really reasonable, especially considering how valuable it is. Plus, they have a weekly subscription, so you can try it out without a huge commitment.
That makes sense. So we've covered a lot today. We talked about deciphering job descriptions, crafting the perfect resume, acing those interviews, even planning your career path. It seems like RoleCatcher really does have it all.
It's true. They've really thought of everything. No tool can guarantee you'll get the job, But RoleCatcher gives you the knowledge and tools you need to really compete in today's job market.
It's like having your own personal job search assistant, but powered by AI.
Exactly.
I love it. So, to all our listeners out there, if you're feeling lost in the job search maze, remember this. RoleCatcher just might be the key to unlocking your dream career. And on that note, I want to encourage everyone to check out RoleCatcher's career guides. Even if you're not actively looking for a new job right now, you might be surprised at what you discover. Happy job hunting, everyone.